Good morning, beautiful people. I am headed to downtown Detroit, headed to the DAC. If you're not familiar with the DAC, it's the Detroit Athletic Club. And you got to get dressed up to go to the Detroit Athletic Club. Dressed up meaning no jeans, I think no gym shoes, unless you're going through the athletic entrance. And you have to have a collared shirt. And I'm so used to working from home and not wearing a collared shirt. I'm usually in a t-shirt or a shirt that says like you never go broke, taking a profit on it or something like that. But today we're rocking the collared polo, baby. Is it a good look? Is it a good look? No, I'm joking. So I was thinking about something that almost cost me $1 million in mentorship. So not $1 million in cash, but $1 million in mentorship. And I thought we'd rap about that on Rolls Royce Diaries today as we drive down to the DAC, Detroit Athletic Club. I was in network marketing. And if you're not familiar with network marketing, and multi-level marketing is where you sell products direct to consumers. You try to meet in people's homes and do the little meetings and then get them to join your downline or sell them something at the end of it. Kind of like Mary Kay, Tupperware. I was in Five Links. I was in ACN. I was in a couple of different network marketing companies. I used to do Primerica at one time. So there's a couple of different network marketing companies. But when it comes to mentorships, they're one of the most important and most valuable things that you can have. Mentorship, access, proximity to quote unquote successful people or people that are where you want to be in life or in a specific industry. And there was a few times where my mindset wasn't necessarily ready for mentorship. Let me break it down further and give you a couple examples. And if you were to ask a person who either, it's not always about money, but maybe you want to get mentored or coached by somebody who has a successful marriage. Maybe you want to get coached by somebody who has a successful business. Maybe you want to get coached by somebody who's a successful investor. Maybe you play a sport and you want to get coached in soccer, basketball by a professional or someone who's had some level of success. The Olympics just passed. You want to get coached by an Olympian. What's interesting is if you were in whatever field you were in, and we were to ask you, what would you pay to, what would it be worth for you to get mentored by a millionaire? What would it be worth for you to get mentored by an Olympic champion? What would it be worth for you to get mentored or coached by a professional athlete? Most people would say that experience would be invaluable. That experience would be priceless. Like you couldn't put a price tag on it. But if you had to put a price tag on it, my guess is you wouldn't say that Olympic champion should mentor me for free. That professional basketball soccer player should coach me for free. They've already had success. Why don't they just give back? Warren Buffett or that millionaire investor should just work with me or help me out for free. Chances are you wouldn't say that. Here's what most people default to. Most people default to say, or at least in my experience, I've done this before in my younger days, and I see people do it to me. A lot of times people say like, hey, can I take you out to lunch? Can I pick your brain? Well, newsflash, I now look back and realize, all the times I wanted to have my brain picked or pick someone's successful brain and I pay for their dinner. The reality is successful people can buy their own dinner. They can buy their own meal. So you're not really doing them a favor by offering to buy them food. Oftentimes for successful people, their most important commodity is time. And so it's not about taking, can you buy me a meal? Ooh, let's go out to eat. But most successful people are like, I got to take time away from my family, my business, my team, my friends, doing things I love, maybe the gym, to go sit down with you in Starbucks or go sit down with you in over a steak dinner. Now, to you, you might be like, it's a steak dinner. You should be happy. But the reality is they can buy their own steak dinner. They can buy their own Starbucks coffee. So they're not just um, super jazzed that you're going to hook them up with a steak dinner. And the amount of information that you can get sometimes over dinner or over a coffee is going to pale in comparison to what you can get from joining their soccer program, their professional athlete program, their baseball camp, basketball camp, their Olympic gym program. That's where you're going to get the most transformation, most likely, which is probably why they opened the gym, which is why they have a coaching program, et cetera. And so that's where you're going to get the most transformation. But most people just want to go out to eat and want to pick people's brains. And so I remember my mentor, when I talked to him about like coaching me, I remember my mentor in network marketing, he was selling leads. So he was blowing up his network marketing business. He was crushing it and he was getting these leads. And then he said, well, I'll tell you what, we can sell leads to your team because I got more leads than I can handle. And some people started to say things like, well, if you're so successful, then with the leads, why would you sell them? And so there was kind of a shift that happened. You went from being excited to talk to the mentor, being mentored by somebody who was made over $1 million and who was crushing it in network marketing, to you went from being excited to talk to them, would do anything, willing to take them out to dinner, to questioning if they're so successful, why are they willing to sell you their leads if they're such good leads? And I think this happens a lot of times in life where we want to be mentored by successful people. And then the moment that those successful people have a program, a coaching system, or something like that, we question if they're so good, then why do they have a coaching program? And my mentor asked me just one simple question. He said, well, let me ask you this. Like, do you want to be mentored by somebody that's unsuccessful? He said, who do you want to pay? You want to pay or go to lunch or buy leads from somebody who's unsuccessful at using leads? You want to go get, and basically what he was simply saying is, don't have a poor person's mindset, because he also followed up with, you can't be broke and skeptical at the same time. And I was like, whoa, he just said something right there. Cause I was broke. And he like, look, you can't be broke and skeptical. Like, I'm making money. You see, I'm making money. You came to me and want to get mentored. You asked me how I do it. I'm telling you, doing it with these leads. I'm paying for my leads. I get way more leads than I can handle. I'm willing to sell you some leads. If you're not, you can't come to me and be broke and skeptical, number one. Number two, who do you want to get mentored by? Someone who is unsuccessful? You can't come question, if I'm so successful, why would I want to train you or teach you? Who do you want to get trained by? Somebody that's unsuccessful. And that really changed my mindset on how I look at and how I view mentors, how I view their time, how I view questioning or being skeptical of how they can support me. And I just hope this helps you think about how you approach people, because it can be it can be an insult to approach people for help, then question why they want to charge you. It's like, well, then what you want to do? Offer them a steak dinner? You want to offer them Starbucks? You want them to take away from their time, their resources to go sit down with you over a $30 meal? And then who do you want to help you? Somebody that's not successful? Of course you want to get trained by successful people, which their time, their knowledge, their experience should command a premium. You should be paying to get a shortcut, to get that information, to get that knowledge. Or else you can go waste a ton of time, a ton of money, a ton of resources trying to figure it out on your own. What you're paying for is the literal shortcut. You are paying for the formula, the secret, the fast track, the quick path. So I just want you to think about that as you think about mentorship, as you go through life, working through trying to get somewhere quicker, faster, and you go through life trying to get support from the people you respect or the people you look up to, make sure you're doing it with the right mindset. You're not doing it with a poor or a broke mindset. And that's the type of mindset that questions, why do successful people want to help me? And then why should I even pay for it? Don't be broke and skeptical at the same time. That's it. That's the message for the day. Let me know in the comments. Have you been one of those people who want to take somebody out to lunch or Starbucks and pick their brain? Or do you respect the fact that they got a program, they got a service, they got family, they got friends, they got other things that they could be doing as well? And the best way to connect with them and get the biggest transformation is by going where they're at. They are at their gym. They are at the soccer field. They're in their coaching program. So let me know. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.